Now, going on to some manager news now, and Slaven Bilic was sacked this week after the 1-1 with City, which I was quite surprised about because I thought he would have built a bit of momentum from that game. Anyway, they've brought in Sam Allardyce. I saw a stat this week or something. He's managed 7 clubs in the Prem, and all of them have stayed up, which I think is pretty mad. He took Everton from 13th to 8th, I believe, something like that, which isn't major. But then he's done a lot of the relegation battles. Is he the right man, having an experience of him at Everton, Alex?
Well, to keep them up, definitely. He's pretty much a master at keeping teams up that probably wouldn't stay up if they kept their manager. But in the long run, if they want to stay up a few seasons, then they definitely need to bring in someone else. Because I'm pretty sure Allardyce, I think he only kept his job at like 2 clubs, like Blackburn and Bolton. I'm pretty sure he's like a club legend for finishing like 7th and 6th with them. But yeah, for West Brom, I'm pretty sure they'll want someone different in the next coming years. But Sam Allardyce is a very good recruitment for them for the position they're currently in. So
for them to bring in someone that is renowned for keeping a team up at this point in the season, that's worrying.
Yeah, definitely worried for West Brom.
What are we, 12 games in?
Yeah, we're
13 and 19th, I think.
We're not even halfway in, and they're already keeping up. Like bringing in someone who's renowned for keeping someone up, so they must be pretty worried.
Yeah, I suppose you would do it sooner rather than later, because I know when Watford did it last season, but for me they did it a bit too late, getting rid of Nigel Pearson.
And
there's no point in them getting rid of him at that point.
Yeah, they've got him in as well before the January transfer window. So if he wants to bring anyone in as well, he can pick who he wants, and maybe they can bring them in.
Yeah, that's probably quite a good decision on their behalf.
Yeah, because then he can't really make any excuses that he's not. Like, he won't have all of his players that he wants in, don't get me wrong, but he'll have the majority of them that he will nail and say.
He'll have a chance to bring in a few signings.
He can gladly have Cenk Tosun.
Do you reckon it was the right time to sack Slaven Bilic? Because for me, if you drew 1-1 against City, who are arguably the second, third best team in England at the moment, and get rid of him, I don't see West Brom's thinking behind that. I know we said sooner rather than later, but was the timing right? That's the question.
Well, I think they probably had Allardyce lined up before the City game, and then obviously after the City game, they got rid of Slaven Bilic and then just brought him in. But I think for the press, it was probably the wrong time to sack him. Like, not many points go to City and get, not many teams go to City and get a point out of it, especially with the team that they currently have. So it was probably a wrong time in his opinion that they sacked him. He's just went and got a point at one of the best teams in the world at the moment, and then he's just been sacked for it. But ultimately, most games this season they've just been smashed, and that probably what resulted in him getting sacked. So.
Yeah, Joe, what gets me is Chris Wilder's got 1 point out of 13 games, and he's not got.
He's still not gone.
But Slaven Bilic has got something. What, 10 points is it, or something? 9 points, something like that. And Slaven Bilic is gone. Do you not think that's a bit weird?
Well, they've probably had Allardyce lined up for a few games now, so it won't be the City game that actually got him sacked. That'll just have been when he was sacked. But I don't think them sacking Bilic is like reflecting bad on them. I think it's the fact that the other guy hasn't been sacked just reflects bad.